Hello, my name is Robert Nordlund. I was the project manager for the full reserve study of this 54-unit townhome association. I changed the name, or removed the name, and changed a few of the numbers in the report so we could use it as a sample of our work product and an example of the kind of job complete video explanations that we do for our clients. So let me get out of the way, and without further ado, show you what one of our completed reserve studies looks like. Okay, so this is the cover. As you can see, this is a reserve study we prepared here in 2012 for the association's January 13 through December 31st, 2013 fiscal year. I'll take you to the executive summary. It makes a nice, simple two-page handout that the association can provide to its members. But you can see again that it's a full reserve study that we prepared for the 2013 fiscal year. The association projects to have about $275,000 as of January 1st, 2013. But when we do the calculations, we find out that there is about $626,000 worth of deterioration at the association. Now, it's important to compare those two numbers, and comparing that 275 to the 625 reveals that the association has about 44% of the reserve cash on hand compared to the reserve deterioration at the association. So they are behind and in what's called a deficit situation. Now, we find that the 0 to 30% range is the weak range, where special assessments and deferred maintenance are common. On the other hand, associations above the 70% funded range typically enjoy an absence of special assessments or other reserve cash flow issues. So this 44% funded association is in what we call the fair range. We're going to recommend an increase to the reserve contributions. They had been contributing $5,500 a month, and our recommendation at this time is to go up to $7,290 per month. The assets there at the association are listed here in the what we call Table 1 in the executive summary. You'll see two items highlighted. All the items that are highlighted are those that we anticipate will need attention in the initial year. You can see it's a pretty light year as far as expenses. Patio furniture there at the pool area, and repainting the ironwork pool perimeter fence. And then some other areas in the association. Not too big a deal. Let me show you kind of the big picture of what's going on at the association. Obviously, we go around the entire site inspection. What we found out here that the landscaping and the pest control treatments are being handled from the operational maintenance budget, and so they don't appear in the reserve study. But the big picture you can see very clearly here with their annual reserve expenses. You can see that there's one dominant expense in a year, about 5, 10, 15, about 13 years into the future. It turns out that that's their roofing expense. So roofing dominates the expense scenario here at this association. To get prepared for that, as I indicated earlier, is going to take an increase to their monthly reserve contribution rate. Now you can see that we've designed a funding plan that gradually increases over time, gradually follows the buying power of dollars, and gradually offsets inflationary effects. You can see that that increase is necessary because as you look along the green trend line here, you'll see that with our recommendation, the association's reserve fund strengthens. It shoulders the burden of that large reserve project, rebounds, and eventually stabilizes in the 100% range, always having sufficient funds for the necessary projects there at the association. We project that if they continue at their current reserve contribution rate, even with nominal annual inflation increases, they will run out of funds at the time of the roof expense year, and will need a special assessment at that point in time. So that's a summary of the reserve study and the situation here at this association. That's the kind of document that you'll get and the kind of explanation that you get here from Association Reserves. Hope that was helpful, and we look forward to serving all your reserve needs.